Sarah. Welcome to my craft room. I love these cards. I think they're adorable. They're easy to make. And with Cricut, you just have hundreds of possibilities. So this folds up like this to send. And then when they get it, they open it up and it displays really well. But first, I need you to go down in the description and click the Cricut link that's there. That will put the base of the card onto your Cricut canvas. I made it public so it would make it easier for all of us to make this card and the ones coming up. So let's go make it. Here we are. This is the card base that I asked you to click on in the description. It should have loaded this right up onto your Cricut. If you did not do that, then go ahead and pause, click the link down in the description, the Cricut link, and it will put this on your canvas. So first, the easiest thing for us to do is to change the colors first, but first the envelope. It's ready to go. It's ready to cut if you want to change it to color, whatever, but it's in our way. So I am going to hide it. You see this little eye here on the bottom of layers? Click it, and then when you're ready to cut, you just go back and click it again, and it'll come right back up. Okay, we are not using this. Okay, we're only using this one up here, so we're going to delete the 3. There we go. And when you have a an image that has either a score line or a pen line on it, you cannot change the colors through Edit. So let me show you a neat little trick to get us through that. So I'm going to ungroup this, and then I can pull this out. These are all going to be dark blue. So I'm going to just drag my finger or my mouse across, grab all 3 of those, go to Edit, hit Color, and we're going to make those the dark blue or bright blue, I guess. Okay. Same with the card base. I'm going to hit Ungroup. Pull the card base out. Okay, grab all 3 of these guys, and these are going to be the light yellow. Okay, right here. There we go. Now we will put these back and group them back up so they're going to be easier for us to do. You don't have to do any of this if you don't want to. I just want to show you what we're doing here. So when we get to the desktop, it'll be easier for you. Okay, and we're going to group that in. Then this is going to go on top of that like that. Okay. We need to change him to yellow too. Now, like I said, he can't be done in Edit, so you have to go to Layers. And you see that it's highlighted. You just want the cut part. And then you're going to go back into Edit and make it the light yellow too. There you go. Then we need to do our card base because they have score lines. So we're going to put it in here, and we're going to do the bright red. There we go. And the white one right here, bright red. Okay, there we go. We're done. Now let's get our images. So you're going to click on images down here. I'll show you how to do images by their code numbers. Go here. Everything starts with a capital M. Okay. And you see all the lists of the the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images that you have to put on the canvas. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do the first one and then I will fast forward because you don't need to watch me type in all these numbers, and I will meet you on the canvas once you've loaded all your images up. Okay. So the first one is the balloons, 317 dB 458. You click on it. You see it down here in Insert. There we go. Now I'm going to fast forward. Here we are on the canvas again. So let's get all these kind of out of the way so we can see what we're doing here. We're going to change all the sizes. It's easier this way. So you're going to go to Edit, and the balloons are going to be 2.75 wide. Make sure that your lock button is locked there in between the width and the height. The cake is 3 inches wide. There we go. The happy birthday is 2.7 wide. 2.7. The wish is 1.5. Okay. And the 4, or whatever your number is 1.8. There we go. Now, the frame, that's the only one that's going to be a little bit different. So you're going to go to Actions, and you're going to hit Ungroup. Okay, that gives us 3 different things. We do not need this frame, so we are going to delete that. We do need both of these. Now, and we will change the colors here in a minute. We are going to change the sizes, but this time you do need to hit the unlock button in between, because we're going to be changing both the width and the height. Okay, the first one, the width is going to be 3 inches by 1.28 high. 1.28. There we go. And the other one is going to be width 1.75. There we go. And the height is also 1.28. 1.28. There we go. And I try to get into the habit of relocking that button, because then when you start doing other things, it's going to make a big difference. Uh-oh, guess what? We forgot the wish. But we do need it locked, so that's good. This is 1.5 wide. It's a little big. There we go. Now, both of these frames right here, we're going to group those together, go into Edit, and those are both going to be bright white down here in this corner. There we go. Okay. And your happy birthday, here, I'll tell you what. Okay, this is not the right size. What happened? Oh, I don't know how that got, oh, I might have hit the wrong one. Okay. The happy birthday is 2.7 wide. There we go. Okay, now we're going to change some colors here. All of these things, we're going to change the colors, and since they're all multicolor, we're going to have to go into layers. Okay, first we're going to do the balloon strings right here. You highlight it to make it gray, and we want that to also be the bright white. Okay, and then we're done with that, so I'm going to put it up here where it goes. The happy birthday, if you click on it, then you can find it. Okay, so the bottom is going to be the bright red, same bright red, and the top is the bright yellow. Okay. And I kind of went with more like the darker yellow, so it would stand out a little better. Okay. So now when that happens, go into Edit, go hit Arrange, and put Bring to Front. Okay. And we're going to put this one in there. I'm going to group it together just so I can put it up where it goes, so you can kind of see what we're doing here. Now we're going to change the Make-A-Wish. The base with the stars is going to be the bright yellow, or the medium dark yellow. And we will make sure all of these are the same colors here at the end. Okay. And then the Make-A-Wish part is going to be the bright red. There we go. And the little flame, I kept it kind of a light yellow, so it would stand out just a little bit from the stars. So then this one goes here, and again, we're going to hit Bring to Front, get this in the middle or close to it. There we go. You don't have to do all this part, because once we cut it out, you're going to glue it all together. But it's easier for me to show you how it all changes. Now, I did this to match the orange balloon, because I didn't have any other orange. Let's find it. There it is, right here. And we'll go into Edit here. And I actually changed it to this bright orange, and we will end up changing this balloon to the same thing, just because it's easier for me to keep track from the different yellows. Okay, so there's that. That one's done. So we only have the cake left. Look how good you're doing. Okay, the cake. The base, I made yellow. There's that one. Okay, then this, the next, I made the bright blue. There we go. Then all the icing, I made red. So here we go. The bright red. Bright red. Red. Oh, I might have hit the wrong one. It's okay. We're going to fix that here in just a minute. Bright red. There we go. And I still wanted one more little piece of orange. Now, I am going to confess. You see all these different layers of candles? You're going to end up having 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of candles. And I'm always want to go the easy way out. So you can go ahead and make both of these orange, and orange. But to tell you the truth, this part right here that I have highlighted, I didn't even use. So if you want to hide it here, it's not, you can watch over at the cake. When I hide it, it just makes the back this red part. So your choice. Okay, so there we go. And now for the name. You're going to go over here to text. Okay, and funny enough, the font I used is Birthday Bash. You can just put birthday in there. We're going to do Birthday Bash. It matches the other fonts that are on there, or very, very close. And then we're going to do our name. There we go. And we want Taylor, of course, or whatever name you're going to do. Okay. Then you'll go into edit and change the color. Oh, here it is right here. To the blue. There we go. Now, you're going to individually glue these letters on. So you just need to basically make sure that it's going to fit. This is 1.8 wide, and it all depends on how big or how small you want your name on there. So let's do 1.5. Let's check it and see. There we go. I'm going to bring this up so you guys can see. I will end up making these letters a lot closer. If you are worried about whether it's going to fit or not, you can go here to this letter space and just hit minus a whole bunch of times. There. And there you go. That's how you make your name. But we got to do one more thing just to double check everything. And this is the reason. I like to make as least amount of different colors as possible because, yes, making cards is great for using your scraps, but I also want to run the least amount of mattes too. So I'm going to make all these blues match. Okay, I want all these reds to match. Okay, so let's see. It doesn't really matter if it exactly matches what the red that you have or the yellow that you have or any of that kind of stuff. You just want to make sure that it's all the same. It's just red. And then you pick out whatever color you want to do. Okay. Now all the reds are the same. The light yellows now are the same. The dark yellows, the oranges, and the whites. I think we got it right. Blue, red, yellow, yellow, yellow. 3 yellows. Oops, did I mess up? No. Then the 3 yellows, orange, white. Okay, I just want to tell you something really quick. You don't have to do the 4. You don't have to do the base. These 4 things right here, if you will go ahead and glue all these together, once we get to the desktop, it's going to go a lot faster. And you are too good to have to watch me glue all these little bitty things together. You know how to do that, and I don't want to waste your time. When we get over to the craft table, we'll be done quickly. So, let's go cut it out. Okay, here we are at the craft table. As you can see, it's been well loved. Let me give you some tips. I like to use art glitter glue. I get it with the big refill, the smaller thing, and this little tip here. It dries really fast. It's really good paper to paper glue. And it puts out this little tiny bit of glue out of this tip, and a lot goes a long way. So, I mean, a little goes a long way. Sorry. Okay. My next tip is I put all my different parts onto paper plates, which is not as big a deal on this one since we already put everything together. But as I'm taking this off of the mat, this is how I keep everything separate. And let's see. Okay. I made you a little cheat thing here. And the yellow part on yours is going to go all the way to this edge, so ignore that part. I just want to show you how this inside is going to fit, okay? Because we're doing it from above, and so it's hard for you to see it while I'm doing it. I try to turn it so I can put it in this way, and then you can see what I'm doing. This is what your birthday cake is going to attach to. Okay. Now this one, I made it for different cards. And so the one that we're doing, we're going to put it up about 1/2 inch above this, the little part. Okay. And I'll show you that on camera. I just want you to see how this card is made and then how it pops up. Okay. So you kind of have an idea before we get into all the mechanics. So here's our base card, and I went ahead and folded it like a card. Okay. And then the front will have the other score straight down the middle, and it's going to bend backwards. So we're going to start it real easy on these bigger pieces. You know, you can just do it real easy. I just have a stylus, so I'm not scoring mine as deep as probably, you know, if you had a maker or whatever. So there you go. That's how that's going to be folded. And then this is our base, the piece that I just showed you a minute ago, the yellow piece, this yellow piece. Okay. This is going to go opposite, where this has the fold down the middle on this side. This one has the fold down the middle on this side. So this middle score line is going to be bent backwards. There we go. And can you see? I think I forgot to move my lights. And then this one, sometimes I will put my fingernail in the score line. It just makes it easier to bend. So there you go. So that one is going to be, it's the exact same thing, just opposite. Okay. So before we do anything else, we're going to put these panels on here. Okay. This is easy and straightforward. You should easily be able to just follow along with me at the same pace. The bigger one, of course, goes over on the side that doesn't have the fold. Now, I have made all of those intricate pop-up cards that Cricut had. I've already made all of them. So I had to start doing something else. And I really, really like these. These were real popular in the card maker community, probably 5-6 years ago. And I don't know why they never really caught on, because I think they're adorable. So my biggest thing when doing these panels is I want this to be even. I have a hard time kind of seeing where I'm at because I'm so far away, so I don't get my head in your shot. Okay, let's get this last one on. And I tell everybody too, if you can, and I highly recommend it, for you to leave this open for a few hours or overnight and let it dry. Because number one, you don't want to glue this together, and you don't want to glue it to the inside of your envelope either. And speaking of envelopes, let me show you this. This is not the envelope that goes with this, but this is a good sample. I bought a ream of large copy paper. It's 12 by 18. I send a lot of my cards, and so I sometimes I'll worry about the weight. So I bought this this lightweight, just like a regular envelope's made out of. So if you're interested in that and the glue link are all below in the description. Okay, then let's get these blue guys on here. And then once we do this, everything is going to go super fast. So some cards, like the those intricate pop-up cards I was just talking about, they will take longer to actually build. And then some cards like these will take a little longer on the canvas. But by going ahead and making the base public, so you can just click on it and the base is there. I did my first one where we actually built the whole thing from scratch, and it took so long, the video ended up being 1 hour and 20 minutes. That is too long. That's crazy. You don't need that much help on that. So this way you can work on it when you have time and get all your little stuff glued together. There we go. Now, I'm going to glue these two together in just a minute. This is going to be for the middle, the pink thing here in this that I just showed you, okay? And by making it the same color as the background, it'll pretty much, blend in. So I usually put this about 1 inch from the bottom. Of course, that's your personal preference. It's easier to do this square first because you have a specific score line here, so you know exactly where to put the glue. And this is going to butt up right against the two edges are going to butt right up against each other, so you don't have to worry about getting it in the wrong spot. Okay, and I usually do it about 1 inch. You can move it down, you can move it up. That's your choice. There we go. Okay, now the other one is only going to be in this area, okay, even though, so you're talking about half, okay, so you can put it down here like this, and then kind of put your finger here, and that just kind of reminds me of where I can and cannot put the glue, because you do not want, it will not pop up if you glue this all the way down. Okay, and this is just a card. Doesn't need a ton of glue. It's not, if it was something in your house that was going to get touched a lot and everything. So now look at that. Look at that. Look, you've already made your square. Look how easy that was. Okay, now this is going to go next. These edges here are going to butt up right against this card. I'm going to see. Make sure I put it where you can see it, okay? These edges are they're gonna glue on either side of these, but the edges are gonna butt right up, and that'll get this right in the middle of that square, okay? So the best way to do this is you're gonna wanna fold these down. This way you're not dragging glue all over the inside of your box there. And let's put some glue on here. Oh, you know what? I already messed up. Hold on. Remember, we want to let this stick out about 1/2 inch. So this is the first time I've done it this way. So I'm going to have a few things different here and there. So you want to leave, you don't need glue up here, okay, because it's going to stick out a little bit. So here we go. Okay, it's easier for me to do it this way. And you leave it kind of bent a little bit so glue doesn't get everywhere. And I usually use this side as my guide because it's easier for me to see. I'm going to make sure this is about 1/2 inch. It doesn't have to be perfect, but my end butts right up against the back wall, okay? And then this one is going to be glued there. Now, see how I did that? You see, it's about 1/2 inch up. And then to double check, make sure that it folds. It's got to fold if it's going to go into its envelope. Now, can you see that? And you see where this butts up right up against the back wall. Okay? So there we are. So now, let's get it decorated. Okay? So these are going to overlap just a little bit, okay? Because you want it kind of 3D, I want these low enough to where, you know, the red's not blending in with the thing, but I will probably have to put them close to being behind this happy birthday. Okay, if I put this in the middle like that. So if you want to hide your ends, you can kind of turn it like this, which I think is super cute, and which is what I'm going to do. You don't want it overlapping this, because you need this to go in your card. I mean, in your envelope, I'm sorry. So I want to make sure that the orange is even. The red is completely on the yellow. Now, once I get to a point where I like it, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sneak a little piece of glue, do a bunch under this blue. Okay. And then here, then I'm going to put it down. Now, with this good glue, and make sure, I got a little bit of linkage. Make sure you don't put any glue here. Okay, because remember, this folds back. So if you're leaving some that overlaps, make sure you don't put any glue there. Okay, and if you do, pull it off and make sure that that it's good and dry before you. Now, there. See how that is? See, that's cute. It looks like it's attached to the happy birthday. Okay, so we're going to put this pretty much in the middle. I'm going to go ahead. It's a lot easier to do this when it's flat. Okay, so, and if you feel more comfortable, you can do this before you glue it onto the big card, but I kind of like being able to see everything together. And we're going to just kind of eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a handmade card. So, about right there looks good. And it's straight. And then the Make-A-Wish is going to go over here on this square. Okay. There we go. And the number 4. Now, I told you when we were on the canvas, and I showed you how to find the other numbers and how to do your name. So I'm assuming you have your number with your name. If you're going to include the name, you don't have to. Here, we do it. Well, I already moved it. Let me put it back where it goes. There we go. Oh, see, I moved it again. I better hurry up and get this glued down so it doesn't get stuck there. Like I said, this stuff glues quick. And okay, I want to turn it just a little bit. There we go. I kind of, you know, that is your choice on if you want to, how you want to put your number on there. My tailor was a little tiny bit crooked, so I kind of shifted the 4 over just a little tiny bit. Nobody's going to notice, and if you make a mistake, I guarantee nobody else is going to notice. You notice your own mistakes. Other people don't. Okay? So then we're going to put the candle, the flame, I mean. There we go. Make sure it's straight on there. There we go. Now look, we're almost done. All we've got left is the cake. Okay, the cake is going to be at the same level as this, okay? Maybe a little bit up. The best way to decide where is the best spot to put this is to kind of fold it down. And remember, don't leave it for too long because you might have some wet glue in there. Okay, I'm going to push it over just a little bit. There. Now, you see how that's even? Okay, so I'm going to go up under here. It's easier for me because I can't see what I'm doing. Because I'm trying to show you. Okay, now, mine isn't quite straight. Let me double check. Okay, we're still good. Okay. So now I'm going to glue it all the way along that brace that you just glued in, okay? So get it good and glued on there. Okay. Oh, came undone again, didn't it? Okay, I want to make sure that I have it above, but I've got to pull it over just a little tiny bit. Here we go. Just like that. Look at that. Okay, let me make sure I've got it straight. Like I said, it's hard for me to see. I have to do all this. Look at that. Look what you made. You did a great job. What do you think? Okay, look, he's going to see or she's going to see the cake. She's going to see the balloons, the happy birthday, the cake, and then when you open it, their name and make a wish. So, you're done. Look what a great job you did. I'm so proud of you.